Okay, the statement of it is morally permissible to consume art regardless of the artist's background, personal background itself. I think that is not true because of we can see the definition of art itself. What is the art definition? The art definition has several meanings. First, art is the skill of making quality works in term, beauty, and etc. Secondly, art is a work created with a great skill, such as dance, painting, craving, or something like that, etc. That's the first and the second definition of art itself. Then, after the art itself, who creates its art? Of course, a human called being an artist. The existence of work is thanks to the artist himself. Looking at the point of view of an art without looking at their background, I think that is not a essence of an art. Why? If we look at an art or a works or a craving made by the artist, and we can see that the art that we look, if we look at the works and we enjoyed it without looking at the background, I think that is not true or the essence of to enjoying and works. For example, I'm an artist who makes amazing or great artworks and that new to people, but when I'm someone who committed a crime because I need an inspiration from it, is it right? Is it moral to enjoy my artwork? The inspiration I took from the crime that I make, is it moral? The existence of work comes from the idea or the inspiration from the creator, or we call that the artist. Moral existence is also to appreciate and respect to anything, to humans, to living animals, and any good, including the works itself. We have to remember again, art is a personal expression of one perspective on the world. The relation and a meaning of a work of art to creator is what makes it art. Because it's so personal, musicians, visual artists, visual makers, and other artists cannot be separated from their creations. As you can see here, that the article that I found, opinion, you can't separate the art and the artist. Let's see. Okay, let's read from this. The connection between art and the artist isn't a problem until the artist becomes problematic. Renowned artists including Edgar Degas and Pablo Picasso both have a reputation for misogyny and outright sexist theme within their artwork. That's not to say that their art isn't good. Art from the past can still be appreciated while still recognizing its creators' backgrounds, biases, and flaws. Recognizing an artist's questionable behavior is different in a modern context. For example, musician Chris Brown has documented his story of violence toward women. In 2009, musician and businesswoman Rihanna was a victim of his abuse. Despite his violent actions and behavior toward women, Brown releases music regularly. Streaming Chris Brown songs put the money directly into his pockets. It's impossible to separate the art from the artist because listening to Brown's Music supports his career and ability to create more content. You can't listen to Brown's music and willingly ignore his history as an abuser because consuming his art directly benefits him. This article, homemade by Ella Adams, April 4, 2021, that explain by ignoring the creator who made the work, we have to support him again to continuing them to make the works again. We cannot continue to enjoy who has done something immoral. Is it right? Because what we are talking about here, we go back to our statement. Is it moral to permissible consume an art regardless to the background personal artist? Whether it is moral to enjoy a work that does not take into account the background of the creator, it cannot be tolerated, right? So, this house believes that to consume art regardless to the personal of the artist's background, it's unacceptable. Many are of the view that our artist's biography inevitably influences one's appreciation of his or her work, that an artist and his or her artwork cannot be viewed separately, as art is always reflection of the artist himself or herself. But even in scenarios where the content and authenticity of a work is inevitably tied to the identity of the artist. That's it, and thank you.